with more reaction. Senate Judiciary Committee Chairman Lindsey Graham. Now, I'll be honest, not one senator had to be in the room. You made teleconferencing, Zooming, FaceTiming, whatever you want to call it, available to everybody. I understand that antivirals were cleaned out the entire room ahead of time. I saw distancing of, 12 feet between every senator. People had the option, as I understand it, to get more tests if they felt the need to do so. Mike Lee was cleared by his doctor to be there, but yet they tried to attack you on that issue. Your reaction?
It was probably the safest room in America to be in. We took a lot of care to make sure it was CDC compliant. Millions of Americans went to work today in restaurants and factories. Military members reported for duty, police and firemen. When you have a positive in the unit, you don't shut the unit down. You deal with it responsibly. I don't need to be tested. I was negative a week ago Friday. I have no reason under the guidelines to be tested. It was a safe place to conduct a hearing, but it was important. And let me tell you what I got out of this. Nobody's really mentioned this today. When Joni Ernst and Marsha Blackburn spoke in their 10 minutes, you could see the emotion coming from their soul. Why is this so important? Donald Trump nominated someone to the court, the fifth woman in the history of our nation, who is unashamedly pro-life and conservative. We have to win this for all the young women out there who are conservative, to show them there's a place at the table for you. Finally, women go through hell who embrace conservatism, who dare to be pro-life in a liberal media's eyes. Tim Scott goes through hell.
Senator, if I remember correctly, and I didn't agree with you at the time, didn't you vote for liberal justices on the Supreme Court? What were their names? Elena Kagan, I believe, and Sonia Sotomayor, correct?
Yeah.
And you knew their judicial philosophy differed from yours?
Sure. Yeah, so Justice Scalia got 98 votes and Justice Ginsburg got 96 votes. It used not to be this way. It's Thomas, it's Bork, Alito, and Kavanaugh. If we'd backed out on Kavanaugh, who would step forward in the conservative world? If we can get this wonderfully qualified conservative woman on the court, we'll be making a statement to all young conservative women, there's a place at the table for you. This may be the most important thing I ever do in the United States Senate, is to make sure this fine nominee, who happens to be a conservative woman, makes it through the process. I promise everybody who's listening, I will do my best.
Let me ask you this. They are trying to scare the American people that they know that Amy Coney Barrett will get rid of Obamacare, which, by the way, none of the promises were kept, and that Roe v. Wade, which, by the way, if it ever was overturned, which I don't really think it will, and by the way, even Amy Coney Barrett has said that, all abortion would be legal, no, it would be sent back to the states. My question to you is, has any judicial nominee for the Supreme Court, has any of them ever telegraphed how they would vote on any topic? Or is there something called the Ruth Bader Ginsburg answer?
Well, the Ginsburg Rule is that you're not supposed to tip your hand or tell somebody how you may rule in ongoing litigation. As Justice Ginsburg said a couple years ago, a president's elected for 4 years, not 3. The Ginsburg Rule is alive and well. You cannot ask her to tell us in the committee how she would rule on a particular case. You can't bargain with the judge. If you'll tell me how you're going to vote, I'll vote for you. Here's what's important. $360 million have been raised since the passing of Justice Ginsburg by Democrats. I am worried about tomorrow and Wednesday. I'm afraid that the Democratic base is going to push these senators to declare war on this nominee. My opponent raised $57 million. One of the reasons he's raising so much money is I stood up for Kavanaugh. They tried to take Kavanaugh out. I'm worried about Amy Barrett. She can handle what comes her way, but our Republicans need to defend her, and we will. So help me at lindseygraham.com. They're trying to silence us all by swamping us with money. So this is a fight that really does matter.
You nearly have $100 million thrown at you by the likes of Rosie O'Donnell, Barbara Streisand, I think Rob Reiner, if I'm not mistaken. I hope the people of South Carolina don't allow Barbara Streisand and Rosie to decide your race or the race for president. Thank you, sir, for being with us.